Problem we're going to be doing is number 22, which is arctan cotan 2 pi over 3. So the first thing we want to do is we want to solve this inside step and find out what the value of this cotan is going to be. So I drew up this cotan 2 pi over 3, and we can see what the values are right here. The sine value is root 3 over 2, and the cosine value is negative 1/2. So if we recall that cotan is cosine over sine, I'm going to just do that division now, which is negative 1/2 times, and to make the division more simple, I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal of the sine. This is 2 over root 3. Those two cross each other out, and we're left with negative 1 over root 3, which is equal to root 3 over 3, which make it negative. And so now we want to find out where this arctan equals this negative root 3 over 3. So if we recall, the arctan is limited between pi over 2 to negative pi over 2, where it's positive in the first quadrant and negative in the fourth quadrant. And this is negative, so it has to be in the fourth quadrant. This original equation, we want it to be the negative 1/2 divided by the root 3 over 2. If we kept this the same and we had the cosine value stay 1/2, it would get you a completely different answer. So the next thing we're going to do is, so now we now know we need to keep this ratio the same. So we know that the negative 1/2 in the original problem, it was the cosine value. Because this is tan, it is going to switch to be the sine value, and this is going to switch to being the cosine value. And from there, we simply have to map that out. If we recall, based on the unit circle, negative, which value is over a lot and down a little? I'm going to draw it out right here. This value is going to be negative pi over 6. This is a correct answer because it exists between these limits. It's a negative answer. The problem we're going to be solving is 28 cosine arcsine root 2 over 3. So we're going to approach this by thinking this is a triangle and then drawing it out. So we can find out what two of these sides of the triangle are by using SOHCAHTOA to remember that sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So the root 2 is going to be the opposite or y value, and the bottom is going to be the hypotenuse or the r value. And I already made a drawing of this. And so the thing we're trying to look for and find is we're trying to find the cosine value. And cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, or x. So this will be adjacent, and that's what we're trying to find. So to find the x, we're going to be using Pythagorean's theorem. So we're going to write this out real quick. We're going to get 3 squared equals root 2 squared plus x squared. We get 9 equals 2 plus x squared equals 7 equals x squared. Root 7 equals x. And so we have our x, our adjacent, and we have our hypotenuse. So all we need to do is write it out. So we have root 7 as our adjacent and the 3 as our hypotenuse, and that's it.